Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming to class. And happy Valentine's Day, hence red tights. So we are going to be playing with heart openers today. Seems appropriate. And you know that I don't buy into all of the commercialism of Valentine's Day, or and it means something different for everyone, and for some people it means absolutely nothing. But for me, the essence of this day, much like other holidays, is to allow us to pause and consider where our hearts are. Like, right? How much are we holding in, blocking, not dealing with? How much are we trying to open up to the experience that is life? The good, the bad, all of it. So that's what I'm thinking about this morning as we celebrate this particular day. So let's sit well. And I wanted to read just a short quote. It's one of my favorites. And it is by Helen Keller. And she said, "The best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt with the heart." So with that, let's sit well, everyone. Maybe take your shoulders up to your ears and then roll them back and let them come down. Let's do that one more time. Take them up toward your ears and roll them back and take them down. And then allow your thumb and index fingers to touch. And just notice the breath, right? Making this connection. Taking a deep breath in and a deep exhale out, and inhaling in and exhaling. And take the right hand, still with the thumb and index finger touching, and bring that to the center of your chest. The thumb and the index finger are resting on your sternum. The other fingers are soft. So again, the name of this is escaping me. It starts with a G, but it is a heart mudra. And I want you to just breathe here and maybe get a sense of how your heart is feeling these days. And maybe consider in our long lives how many things we have experienced and how many things we have let go of so that we can maintain this open heart. Breathing in and letting it go. And just notice if you feel any stuckness. And if so, just soften that with the breath. Don't make it go away necessarily. Don't think, I know what this is, or try to name it. Just feel whatever it is. And with each breath, we soften and we open. Good. One more breath here. And then let that hand go and open the eyes. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale those hands to your heart, and then place one hand at the heart and the other one on top of it. And, obviously, well, not, I won't say obviously, but we place that hand at the center of the chest. It's kind of where the heart chakra is. The physical heart, is down much lower. on the left, mostly left side. So I don't want you down here, but just at the center of the sternum, the seat of the heart chakra, one hand on top of the other. And just again, a little bit of breath work here that is also considered a heart opener. So one hand on top of the other. As you inhale, open both arms really wide. And as you exhale, stack the hands again, and we're going to alternate the hands. Okay, so inhale, open. Exhale, just alternate. And if you don't remember which one was which, don't worry about it. Inhale and exhale. And then imagine, right, we are getting that love, that peace out into the world, but we are also gathering it back in. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. And when you touch your heart space, be gentle. Good. Inhale. Imagine that, right? That we bring the hands in and we feel the love for ourselves. Inhale and exhale. Good. And last one. Inhale. Exhale. Leave the hands there. Maybe close the eyes again or just soften them. And feel gratitude, also an emotion of the heart. Gratitude for our lives, for where we are, for this very moment. For the people in our lives, the blessings, right? The beauty. And let those hands go. Nice job, everybody. Just shake that out. Let's shake out those legs. Go ahead and get them nice and straight. And find Dandasana pose, Dandasana staff pose. Legs are nice and active. The feet are pointing out at the same direction, right? Both of them as if you were stepping on the floor. Take the shoulders up, roll them back, and then allow the hands to come behind you just a little bit as we draw the elbows back and feel the chest lift, feel the collarbones broaden out to the sides. The elbows are soft. They don't have to be bent. That's about how long your arms are, but the elbows are soft, and we're lifting up as if we could lift up out of the seat. Good. Leave your right hand. I'm going to mirror here. Leave your right hand where it is. Take the left arm up and just press one hand down as one hand rises. And let that come back just slightly behind you. Take the other arm up and breathe. Nice tone to the belly here. And let that one come down. Still fired up legs. Take both arms up and breathe. Take the hands together and just feel that, right? So just feel what that does to the shoulders, to the chest, to the arms, and open up nice and wide and let those hands come down. Shake that out. Come to Janu Sirsasana. Single leg forward fold. Got a block here. If you need a block underneath your knee, please go ahead and do that. And the long leg is straight forward, and then grab your strap. Take strap around your foot. And I've got mine in a loop. You don't have to have it in a loop for this. I want you to draw straight back. So again, instead of taking us forward, instead, I want you to feel the collarbones get nice and broad. The elbows are down at your sides. The chest lifts, the belly tones, and we just feel this nice solid opening at the same time stretching that little hamstring, right? Good. So nice deep breath here. Good. And actually feel yourself pulling back against the resistance of your foot. And breathe. And then just drop the strap. Inhale, take the arms up. Big swan dive out and forward to your level. But again, think about the collarbones stretching out to the sides. Think about the shoulders drawing down. And imagine the center of that chest, that sternum, is reaching for the foot so that we're not rounding through our back. Good. Soft elbows. Deep breath. And then slide it up, everybody. Inhale, take it up. Whichever leg is out straight, take that same side arm down to the floor and stretch the other side. Take both arms up. Go to the other side. Take that hand down, stretch. Keep the hips down, everybody. And both arms up. Exhale to your heart. Press both hands into that heart and open wide. And exhale back to your heart. And let go. Good. Let's change that out. Straighten that one leg. Shake everything out. Switch sides, bringing your other foot in. Again, Janusirsasana, that leg pretty much straight out from the hip. You can certainly adjust it a little bit, but see if that leg will come out mostly straight. Take the strap around your foot. Doo, doo, doo. And pull back. Don't overdo the fingers here, but just pull that strap back and feel the shoulders get, or the front of the chest get nice and wide, the collarbones spreading out to the tips of the shoulders, the chest tall, the belly toned. Good. The head is in alignment. And then pull back almost as if you're going to lean back, but resist with the foot. Good. Deep breath, everybody. And then just let go of the strap. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, swan dive. Keep everything nice and wide. Drop the hands to the floor. Drag those fingertips back isometrically. Bring the head back into space so we're not pulling on the neck. Good. Nice deep breath, everyone. That's it. And we just kind of notice, right? What are you feeling here as you stretch through the hamstring? Keeping the shoulders wide. Big deep breath. And then slide up. Inhale, reach up. Whichever leg is straight, take that same side hand to the floor. Stretch it over. Keep the hip down. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, the other side. Big stretch. Inhale, take it up. Exhale out. Bring them to your heart. Open it up. Exhale the other hand. And let that go. Nice job, everyone. Straighten that leg out. Let's just shake that baby out. You can take your block and your strap to the front of your mat, and let's come up to table pose. Let's start moving. If you want a cushion under your knees, grab your blanket and put that underneath. Come to table pose. Tone that belly in, everyone. Now wrists, if they're really chatty this morning, just go ahead and come down to your elbows. You'll be able to do some of it from there. But otherwise, let's squeeze that belly in, nice neutral spine. Press the right leg back and then lift that leg. As you exhale, bring knee to elbow and release, and maybe look up a little bit, maybe point the toes. Exhale, squeeze it in. And then lift. Exhale, squeeze and lift. Good. 2 more. Squeeze and lift. Squeeze and lift. And then take that same side leg and step it forward, everybody. Once you got that foot forward, make sure your alignment is good, right? Even if your foot lands back here, just grab the ankle and bring that foot forward and then grab your blocks. And let's just find a little opening here, that left front thigh opening up, the left glute active, and breathe. And then on the exhale, that front leg straightens just a little bit or a lot if you can. And then on the inhale, it bends. Exhale, the leg straightens. You can take those blocks higher, by the way. And inhale, look up. Good. Exhale, straighten. Inhale and exhale. And then hold the lunge here. Take your hands to your knee. Lift up through your chest. Kind of square those hips a little bit if you can. Watch the front knee. It's tracking over that third toe. Inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, cactus arms. Whew. And then bring those elbows to your chest and open. Balance work here. Squeeze them in and open. Good. One more. Squeeze and open. And then take the arms up. Exhale those hands down. And then slide the right leg back so you're back to table pose. You might have to move your blocks out of the way. Maybe not. You're back to table pose, everyone. Squeeze that belly in, smile. Take the left leg back, and then lift the left leg. Find the pose first. Once you're ready, exhale, knee to chest or knee to elbow, and lift. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, lift. Exhale, squeeze it in. Good. And lift. Exhale, squeeze and lift. Last one, exhale. Squeeze and lift. And then bring it forward and step it forward. Bring those blocks back. Lift up nice and tall into a lunge. And breathe. And again, you can always go higher, especially for this particular move. Sometimes it's better to have the blocks a little higher just to give you space. But otherwise, here we go again, lubricating these joints. We're going to exhale as we straighten the front leg, and then inhale as we lift. Exhale and inhale. Good. Exhale, everybody. And inhale. Got two left. Exhale and inhale. And last one, exhale. And inhale, hold this one. Take your hands to your knee. Listen up. You're going to take the arms up and breathe. On the exhale, you're going to push those hands back and behind you. Pull the shoulders back. Good. And inhale, take the arms up. Exhale, just push them back. Open the chest. There you go. Better. Inhale, lift up. Last one. Exhale, push it back and open, and then let those hands come back to your block. Slide that left knee back. Excuse me. Move your blocks out of the way and come to downward facing dog. Once you're in down dog, pedal those feet, everybody. Whew. Shake out the backs of the legs, the ankles, the toes. And then tippy toes, good, stretch. And then heels toward the floor. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, heels toward. Good, last one, tippy toes, stretching out the feet. And heels closer. And then feet nice and wide, everybody. Start to walk those hands back very much on purpose. Bend your knees, press the knees out against these imaginary walls. Hands to knees, and come on up. Oh, good. And we can move that blanket out of the way if it's still there. Hang on, we have a request for a little fan action. Good. And roll your shoulders. Just let me know if it's too high, Betty. Whew, roll your shoulders. Good. Let's step wide on your mat. So an interesting thing, I was reading a little more about the heart chakra this morning. And one of the interesting things I felt, or I read, was that the heart, especially if it's stuck, it needs movement, right? Which is so perfect for yoga. We've got to have this moving in and moving out so that our hearts are healthy, our lungs are healthy, and we move not just physical, blood cells and things like that, but we move energy, we move emotion, right? We let it go. All right, so there's a warning, right, for what's to come. So the arms come up. Is that too high, Betty? Okay. So arms come up, 5-pointed star. Exhale, goddess pose. Watch the knees. You do not have to come down low. Inhale, 5 points. Exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale, you got this, everybody. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, down we go. Good, last one. This one we're gonna hold. Take the arms up. Exhale, goddess pose. The elbows come to your side, so the shoulders open up, right? Think about keeping this whole heart space open. And then only if it is okay. In fact, take the hands down to the thighs. And only if it's okay for your knees, I just want you to gently rock side to side. Really soft. I'm not straightening the legs. I'm just rocking a little side to side. Some of you are going to be able to come down just a little lower while doing this. Whole bunch more work, right? The legs are going, excuse me. And then take everything back to center, one hand to heart, the other one on top, keeping the hips back. I want you, as you inhale, open the arms, straighten the legs. Exhale, switch hands and squat. Good. Inhale, open, straight legs. Exhale, down. Inhale. Exhale, big, deep breath. Everybody, inhale. Exhale. Woo, we got one more. Inhale. Exhale. See if you can hold for just a moment more. Tailbone descends down, the belly zips up to the belly button. Feel that heart. You should feel your heart beating underneath your hands. You are alive. Hands to legs. Woo! And stand up. I know that was a lot. Good. Heel toe in. Shake those legs out, everyone. And breathe. Grab one of your blocks and find your breath. Take that block between the legs. Walk the feet in so that the feet are roughly hips width apart. I'll turn sideways here. Betty, you could probably turn forward. Squeeze that block. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart, chair pose. Again, watch the knees. Chest is lifted, tailbone is down. And then press the hands back as you drop the chest. Inhale, straight legs all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart, chair pose. Press it back. Inhale it all the way up. Good. Exhale, chair. We got 5. 5's the magic number today. And press back. Inhale straight up. Good. 2 left. Here we go. Press it back. Reach it up. Last one. Hands to heart. Press it back. Drop the chest. Inhale, straight legs. Now squeeze your block. Imagine you're squeezing a block between the hands as well. So you've got energy here. You got energy in the legs. Breathe. Hands to heart. Last chair here. Lengthen the tailbone. Don't let the chest drop. One arm up, one arm down. Good. Breathe and switch. If you need to come out of chair, please do. And switch. Chest tall. And switch. We got 2 left. Reach. And reach. Take that other arm up. Woo! And stand up. Well done, everybody. Shake that out. Take that block out. And bring the blocks to the front of your mat. Good. And stand in a nice mountain pose, right? So we've already gotten this movement in our bodies. And every time I feel that, it's like, yes, right? You know what's happening. We're coursing all this blood, all these nutrients, all these cells through our bodies, oxygen, CO2. We are getting rid of stuff we don't need and taking in what we do. So breathe, find mountain pose. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Find your breath here. You can take your hands to your blocks as long as they're low or medium. Step back with your right leg. Keep your hands on your blocks or bring your blocks in play. And breathe. So we're in a nice high lunge here. Looking at my back foot, trying to keep that baby pretty straight, right? The front knee is directly in line with that third toe. Take the left hand forward and then reach it up and around, whichever knee is bent, coming into a lunge twist. And then circle it down, take it up one more time. Breathe and circle it down. Whew. Lower those blocks to the lower level. Lower. And you're going to step back to plank, which means we're going to see if we cannot bring our hips up much at all as we slide the leg back to plank. That's it. And then push out of our blocks and really find that strength. And then let the knees come down to the floor. Slide back only if it makes sense for your knees. Whew. And then curl up, release to neutral. Plank pose. Notice the feet didn't move. And then see if you can bring that right foot forward. Now, some of you are going to have to drop knees and step forward. Some of you are going to have to move it through down dog, I know. And then take the left hand block and bring it up a little higher. Yep. And here we go again. Circle the right arm. Go slow. Slide back. Think about that lovely heart of yours. Reach and down. Let's see if we can do that one more time. Take the blocks down low. I'm going to squeeze in that belly. Slide the right leg back. Plank pose. And breathe. And then knees down. Maybe we scoop back. Rounding up. Back to neutral. Back to plank. And then either drop knee, step forward, left leg, or down dog, or see if you can get that leg forward from a plank position, much more tricky. And then when you're ready, push off and step forward. Bend the knees. Inhale, reach up. Exhale to your heart. And let those hands go and shake it out. Roll the shoulders. Good. And breathe. Both hands to your heart. Good. Inhale, open. Exhale, other hand. Inhale, open. Exhale, switch hands. Two more. Inhale, open. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Good. Listen up. You're going to inhale and open. You're going to exhale. Take those hands behind, interlace. What are the shoulders doing? Are they rolling forward? Or are they pressing back and down? And again, I mentioned this at one of the other classes. You do want to be mindful that you're not over pulling, because that too can create a lot of tension in these traps, right? And the levator scapula that helps raise the shoulder. So it's more of a back, the shoulder blades engage, and then maybe a down a little bit, but the down is to lift the chest, not to pull the shoulders back, right? And so hopefully you feel that difference. And then the legs get active, and then the belly tones. And only if you can, I want you to bend the elbows, like you're going to walk that hand up your back, those hands up your back, and then drop down again. Good. Inhale, pull it up. Exhale, drop it down. Just one more. Inhale, pull it up. Exhale, drop it down. And then from those interlaced hands, just press the palms together harder. For me anyway, right? Woo! And breathe. And then release that. Shake it out. Good job, everyone. All right, here we go. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, down we go. Soften the knees and step back with your right foot. Once you have your lunge, lower your right knee to the floor and undo your back toes. So left foot forward, right foot back. Take your hands to your knee. Or to your knee, not plural. That would be really hard. You'd be like here. Good. Roll your shoulders. Feel the chest rise. Feel the back foot pressing into the floor, everybody. Inhale, arms up. Good. Exhale, press them back behind and hold. Open the chest, shoulders. There you go. Better, Betty. And then interlace the hands, press. So we think about heart openers, chest openers, right? Here we are. Breathe. Leave your same side knee, the same side front knee, leave that hand down and take the other one up and breathe. And just feel the difference. One shoulder reaching back, one shoulder reaching up. And then release both hands to your blocks. One, you're going to stay with those knees down or that knee down. Two, you're going to raise that knee up. It's going to be up to you here. We're going to do this same similar thing. Hands go to knee. We lift up through the chest. Don't overdo. Inhale, reach up. Find your balance. Exhale, push back. Find your balance. Press into the back leg. Interlace the hands, open up. And breathe. Front knee hand, the same side, left side hand stays back. The right arm reaches up. And both hands down. Step back, down dog. Lower your knees to the floor and find just a moment to rest. Just a moment. We have lots to cover. There you go. Just breathe, everybody. And maybe you get a sense of how you're feeling, right? When we get stuck, whether it is physical or mental or emotional, I have found for me, the best thing I can do is move, right? Move physically, move energy, sing, get in my car, I turn on that radio, roll up the windows and sing as loud as I can. Move energy. We got to free this stuff up. All right. So let's come back. Come back, everybody. You're going to just step forward with your right leg. We'll keep that one a little simpler. And breathe. The back glute is engaged, the back body. When you're ready, when you've got your alignment, the hands come to your knee. I got a plural issue today. And breathe. Feel the top of your back foot pressing in. That really helps to stabilize. And take the arms up. Find your breath. Big open, right? Big opens, wide heart. Good. Same side, or take both hands back. Sorry about that. Take both hands back and just open. There you go, Betty. And keep that right hand back. Take the left arm up. And breathe and feel one side stretching, opening up. Good. Both arms up. Exhale, both hands down. Same thing, but with a lifted knee. Optional. Take the knee up. Remember, you can keep that knee down, everyone. Find your alignment. Make sure your feet are wide enough so that you're not walking on a tight rope. Take your hands to your knee. Lift the chest, first find stable. Then take the arms up. Breathe. Both arms back. Open that chest. The right hand stays back, the right arm or left arm lifts up. And breathe. Take both up. Exhale both down. Downward facing dog. If your blocks are low, you can keep those hands down on the blocks if you want, as long as they're not sliding. To plank. Good. Deep breath, everybody. Deep, deep. Good. Inhale. Exhale, let that go. One more. Knees down. Child's pose, hero pose. On your belly, take a rest pose. And breathe. Whew. Good. And if you're feeling your wrists from all of that, always these rest periods are awesome. We're giving everything a little bit of a shake, a little bit of love, right? Good. And notice. How do we find, the balance? The balance. Not too much, not too little, not too much protection. I don't know if there's too much open, maybe, but mostly this protection, trying to get those layers off from a lifetime of things. And maybe you're already there, which is awesome, right? I am really close. All right, loves, come on back. Come on back. We're coming back to right foot forward. Your blocks are up at medium. Whew. Once you're there, your hands come to your knee. And we find that nice low lunge, stretching that back quad again. Take the arms up. As you exhale, both hands back. If it is okay, interlace those hands. Remember what we said, right? Don't over pull them down. It's more about reaching back and lifting the chest than it is at yanking those shoulders down. And breathe. 1, you're here. This is plenty. 2, you're going to lift the arms as you drop the chest. This is humble warrior with the knee down. And breathe. And if it hurts to keep those hands together, you just separate them, right? And you find that instead. And then pull on those hands to lift your chest. Find your balance. Let those hands come back to your blocks. 1, second time is a charm, right? I think it's third time's a charm. But let's only do it twice. Your knee down or your knee up. Every time we take that knee off the floor, balance is challenged a bit more, right? Quite a bit more. So maybe you keep the knee down this time. Hands to knee. Here we are again. We're lifting up. We take the arms up and breathe. We take them back. Interlace if that makes sense. Now, if you're challenged with your balance, you're staying right here. Otherwise, the chest drops. The arms raise up, humble warrior. Just release your hands right there to your blocks. Good. And then lower your left knee. Switch sides. Go slow, right leg back. Whew, maybe shake out your hips and left leg forward. And breathe. Remember, knee up or knee down. Take that knee off the floor if you want. Take your hands to your knee. Lift your chest. Find your balance. Take the arms up. Take both hands back. Leave them separated or interlaced. Maybe you interlace the other way. Ooh, what a concept, right? Press through the back leg. Make that back glute active. And then only if you want, drop chest, raise arms. From there, the hands go right to your blocks. Find your stability. You're going to step forward. Ooh. And come on up, everyone. And once you're up, solid mountain pose, just get yourself your equilibrium back, especially from being head down for that long. And then find a wall or something that you can put your hand on. Now, you can use the strap if your knee doesn't bend well. We're going to stretch these quads just a little bit before we go further. So you might say you have your strap and you take it, you hook it to your foot and then bend the knee behind you. If you're using your strap, kind of a neat thing is just to take the strap to your shoulder and then kind of press the knee back down to the floor, and you may feel a stretch in this quad, okay? If you would rather not use the strap, you're gonna use your hand to your foot. And what I see the most is everybody wants to go back, instead go down and slightly tuck. And we're gonna see if we can access this muscle that is now probably pretty warmed up. Good, check your standing legs. Have your hand on something if you can, just so you don't have to worry about your balance. Good. And then if you can, just bring the knee forward a little and then just reach it back. Watch the low back. Just swing it forward and reach it back behind you. Last one. Forward and back. And let that go. Same thing, other side. So here we are. Either we're going to use a loop on our strap or we're going to reach for that foot and we're going to find the stretch on this side. Roll the shoulders back, right? Nice, open, wide collarbones. And breathe. Just see if you can find the stretch. And then same thing, you're going to rock the knee forward. It doesn't have to be much. And you're going to rock it back. Good, forward and back. Last one, forward and back. And then let that go, shake it out. Gonna move these babies out of the way. So dancer pose, you know, what a beautiful heart opening pose. But the challenge with dancer again, right? It's a balance pose. And so if you can reach your foot with your hand, please do that, because I find that the strap, if not needed, can really throw your balance. If you use the strap, please let that strap go if you feel like you're getting a little off balance. And I like having a wall near me, right? Because who doesn't love a wall? So let's see what we can do. And I'm going to demo with the strap, but I'll probably let it go because it actually throws me off more than it helps me. So I have the strap around my right foot. My left foot is going to be my balancing foot. You can even start with your fingers tips on the wall or on your chair just to get your sense here. And then you're going to take that leg behind you. And again, maybe that strap comes up to the shoulder and you hold and breathe. So Betty, I would just switch legs so that your hand isn't getting in the way. So one, you're here. Two, the hand either goes up the wall or it leaves the wall. This is pretty sweet right here. I like this one a lot. really strong standing leg, or two, you're going to grab that strap with both hands and just open up. So all variations here. Whew. Or you have no strap and you have your foot, either both hands or whoop, one hand. Love the wall. Breathe. And you can take that leg, that torso forward a little bit, only if you want. And release it. Oh, good. Shake that out. It's like, let me show you 10 variations all at the same time. Good. Other side, everybody. Always make sure there's nothing in your way that's going to trip you up. You take that. So we're going to do right leg standing, left foot maybe in your strap or just maybe in your hand. And we're going to see how that feels. So from here again, maybe you take your other hand either higher up the wall or both hands to your strap. And breathe. Maybe you have one hand to strap, one hand up. Maybe you go, I don't need that strap. Cramp in my hamstring and come into dancer and maybe lean forward some. Big deep breath, everyone. And release. And shake that out. Good. If you happen to have that wall, and even if you don't, I bet you have one in your house somewhere, except maybe Martin out there. Maybe you can't get to one. Just come on into a little wall squat. The wall squat is just another way to kind of reset, right? We just did this big pose where the legs were going in two different directions. And this can be really nice. Just make sure there's nothing slippery under your feet. And then tuck your pelvis and release it to a small arch. And tuck and release. Good. Couple more here. Tuck. Release. Last one. Tuck. Just press that back to the wall. And release. If you're still okay at the wall, still in a squat, let's just go to either T position or cactus arms. I got a thing in my way, so I'll do T position. Whew. And see if we can press those arms back into the wall. The head is neutral. Good. Release the arms down to your thighs. Whew. Pull the shoulders back to the wall. And then push off the wall. And say, thank you, legs. Thank you, thank you. All right, come on back, everybody. Let's take it to the floor. Inhale. Exhale down. Let's step back, downward facing dog. Let's just shake everything out. Down dog becoming more and more of a resting pose as we feel the length, right? The amazing length of our bodies. The tailbone drops down at the same time the sit bones rise up. And lower the knees to the floor. You're gonna need, actually, you will need your props. So if they've like gone into the other room, as you get them out of the way, just bring them back close by and we'll grab them in a second. Have one block close and let's come on down to our backs. We're gonna be playing with bridge pose. And in fact, maybe grab your strap and put it in a loop. And then take the strap behind you so that it is right below the shoulder blades. You might need a little bigger loop than that, Betty. I have a small loop because I'm using a small strap. A little bit bigger might be helpful. And then hang on to that just enough to come onto your backs. And then let that go. I just want it to be in position right at the base of the shoulder blade. Ooh, good. And just feel your body. Take the arms into robot arms. Bridge pose is a really lovely, not only does it keep working the legs, the hips, the glutes, right? The core, but it really is a gorgeous heart opener, and a really sweet little back bend. So, which are kind of both the same things, but I digress. So when I think of bridge pose, I'm going to take one hand. So one hand is in that little robot arm. The other one goes back to the chest, back to the sternum, back to the center of the chest. And when I press into my feet, lengthening the tailbone, so I almost go to a flat back, and then lift up. I want to see if I can move from the center of the chest, even though it's the legs and the glutes doing the work. It's this movement of the center of the chest kind of to the wall behind me or up to my big Italian nose, right? So I'm here and the other arm is pressing down. And then just lower the hips back to the floor. Good. Lengthen your tailbone, pull the heels back. Imagine that you're cranking up from the back between the shoulder blades with that hand lifting, and then lower down. Good. This time, both arms to robot arms, both backs of the shoulders press down. And I'm going to lift up. And I know it's the hips doing the work, but I think about somebody blowing up a balloon or a ball right below my shoulder blades. And I'm going to see if the chest will rise up a little bit more. So breathe, everyone. Press into your feet. And then lengthen your tailbone as you lower all the way back down again. Bridge pose. So now you got this strap. And it's in a loop ideally, and if it isn't, don't worry about it. And that strap is right underneath your armpits, right? So if I pull this strap up to the ceiling, I feel it pulling on those shoulder blades behind me. It's just below my armpits. So I've got one hand on either side of that loop. And as I lengthen tailbone, press into the floor, lift the hips, pull on the strap, and let the strap go overhead. Now my elbows are bent. I'm pulling on the strap. I'm lengthening those shoulder blades. And then pull up to the ceiling and lower everything down. Strap down, arms down. Good, same thing. Pull up on the strap so it's pointing up to the ceiling. And then imagine that that chest bone, that sternum is what's lifting. So pull and lift the hips, take the strap overhead, allow the arms to come down to the floor. If this, by the way, hurts and feels horrible, just lose the strap and then pull it up to the ceiling and lower it back down again. Whew. Good job, everybody. So you're going to move that strap down down the body so that you're not laying on it anymore. And then you're going to take the front of your strap to the front of your ankles. Okay. So the rest of it is just kind of laying on the floor, and I have a hand on either side. And if I try to pull my ankles away, the strap is keeping those feet and those ankles in place. So now again, the shoulders drop down. I've actually opened up and turned my palms up toward the sky so that my arms are really externally rotated. I'm going to press into the strap, lengthen the tailbone, and lift. Maybe walk those shoulders under a little bit. Watch this issue, right? Neck and shoulders. You may want to be very mindful here. Maybe keep it lower. But I'm pulling gently on the strap. At the same time, it's not going anywhere. Good. Breathe. And then lower down, everybody. Whoo-wee. Good. Just take that strap completely out. Keep it near you. Excuse me. and breathe. Good. Take that strap around the left foot and take that foot up to the ceiling and breathe. Straighten the right leg. Take the right arm up to the ceiling. So you got your left leg hanging out with the strap. You've got your right arm up. I want you to take the right arm overhead and breathe. So your right leg is long, your right arm is long, your left leg is pointing up to the ceiling. And then lift your right leg just a little bit. Lift your right arm just a little bit. Keep the shoulders away from the front of the chest. And then take the right arm, the right leg up to the ceiling. And then lower them until they're almost to the floor. And take them up and out. The whole time the left leg is straight up to the ceiling. Squeeze the right leg, right hand together and open. Last one. Squeeze and hold here. Both of them up to the ceiling. Both of them out wide. Now, lots of control here. And squeeze both up. Exhale both wide. Squeeze both up. We got one left. Open wide. Squeeze them up. And release it. Good. I'm just going to turn around so I have room. Good. When you're ready, you're going to take that loop around the left foot. The left leg goes up to the ceiling. Nope, other way. Right leg. That's why I turned around. Right foot into the strap, left leg long. There you go. Whew. And breathe. And then the left arm goes overhead. So again, we think about this length, right? From the heel to the fingertips on the left side. Using our breath. Squeeze. Lift the left leg just a little. Lift the left arm just a little. Feel how that requires a core level of ability, right? Not only all around that hip joint, but all around the shoulder joint. And then squeeze everything up. Let everything go down, but it is controlled. Good. Squeeze it to center. Exhale it long. Squeeze it to center. Exhale long. Good. To left. Squeeze and lower. Squeeze and hold it there. Take both out to the side. So what's the temptation? That the other leg goes out too, right? And out to the side, lots of control. And center, last one. Out to the side. Whew. And center. Take that foot and put it in your strap with your other foot. Now your loop is going to be in place and you're going to take the legs wide. It's going to be up to you how wide you go. My strap is a short one today, so I'm not going to be able to go that wide, but that's okay. Right? So I'm pressing my feet against the strap. Breathe. Take both arms up and then take both arms to cactus. Down, shoulders down, elbows roughly down, hands down. If the elbows don't come to the floor, you can try to roll the shoulder blades under just a little bit and see if that makes a difference. And press gently against the strap. Find your breath. Bring the elbows, hands together. See if you can bring the feet together without losing your strap. If you do, just lose it. Don't worry about it. And then take everything wide again. Press against that strap. Good. Bring the legs together, elbows together, and open. Last one. Squeeze. And open. And then release those legs. Grab your strap. Take it out. Set it aside. and pause. And just breathe here for a moment. So we're going to do a variation of fish pose. In fact, let's roll over to one side and grab our blankets because here's a challenge with fish pose, especially for those of you who have neck issues, right? If we go into a traditional fish pose and we drop our heads back, that's just not really I don't think that's a good thing for our necks most of the time. So we want to keep that at a minimum for a lot of us, especially, right, if we've got neck issues. So take your blanket and just fold it into a threes from that kind of long way. And then take the blanket to the front of your mat so that it is long on your mat and you've got space at the top end of your mat. Now, some of you, Betty, maybe in particular, might want a little blanket or a pillow or something at the top as well. So we're going to come down to the mat and down to the blanket, but I want the blanket to support either. If no real neck issues, it's going to support kind of the base of the neck. Neck issues, your whole head is on your blanket. Okay, so I'll demo that one first. The legs are straight. The hands are going to go underneath, palms face down, underneath your hips, underneath your glutes. And the elbows are going to push into the blanket. And I'm going to lift that same part of the chest that we've been playing with and just let my head slide on the blanket so that maybe the chin is lifted. I'm not going to go far here. If I'm being mindful of my neck and if I have a history of vertigo, I would be really, really cautious about dropping the head back. And then let the head slide down. If that felt okay for you, you're just going to do that again. Shoulders are back, the elbows pressing into the floor and down. If you're okay with your neck, you're going to let the head come off the blanket, but the upper back is supported. The knees are bent. And we're going to do that, or sorry, the legs are straight, which means I'm feeling my blanket not quite long enough. You want your sacrum supported here. And then you're going to press and look back and breathe. And then let the head slide back down the mat. And one more press and breathe. So what's happening is my blanket is kind of bunching around my skull, which I like because it's just giving me a little feedback, a little support. And release, everybody. Whew. Bend your knees. If you're on your blanket and that feels good, stay on your blanket. Make sure the blanket is supporting you from your sacrum to at least the base of your neck. And if you need more under your head, like if your head doesn't feel pretty level, then go ahead and put a blanket or a pillow underneath your head. Grab both of your blocks if you have them and take the feet to Baddha Konasana. The blocks are going to support you by placing those blocks underneath your thighs and allowing your knees, your legs to rest on the blocks. And then the arms are going to go to cactus. Now, the challenge here is to not overarch your back. Make sure your back is neutral. The back of your neck is long, right? I'm not lifting my chin, but I'm opening up again this very, very heart-centered pose of basically revealing all of the heart or all of the chakras, but in particular the heart. Deep breath. Let the legs be nice and heavy on your blocks. I don't want your inner thighs working. I don't want your hips working. Just close the eyes and allow the front of your body to open. I always imagine kind of the continental divide or a water, like a river where the water parts from the center of that river and flows over both sides. As we let go of what is not needed, as we feel our own love and self-worth. Breathe, everybody. Going to be here just for another minute. And hopefully this feels really, really good to you. It's a very restorative pose. Last deep breath here. And bring the knees together and move your blocks out of the way. So for Shavasana, if you're willing, you're going to scoot off that blanket enough that the blanket is at the lower ribs. Your lower back is completely free. There's nothing arching it or making it worse. And then you've created a little bit of space for the top of your blanket. Fold that blanket, trying to move my hair out of the way. Fold the blanket so that it is underneath your neck. Your head, your neck should be neutral, but now you've got like a little pillow for your neck that feels really nice and does not let your head drop back, okay? Once you're there, if you're okay, straighten the legs, straighten the arms. We're going to find Shavasana here together. If you've done all this with your blanket and you don't like how that feels, just change it up, right? This is your Shavasana. But allow your neck to snuggle into the blanket. You're feeling comforted and supported here, both on your mat, but also with the blanket. And then feel your breath. And imagine with each in-breath, we breathe in love and compassion. And with each exhale, we release love and compassion so that we don't hold on too tight. We share it out there. Breathing in and exhaling out. Feel your whole body settle. Let go of any remaining tension. And as you're ready, go ahead and bend your knees and let your feet come back to the floor. And take one hand and then the other to your heart. Elbows soft, shoulders are soft. It doesn't have to be exactly centered. And know at the core essence of who you are, there is love. And as Helen Keller says, sometimes it is only with the heart that we can feel this beauty. Draw your knees toward your chest. Be mindful if you are still on your blanket. If there is still something under the neck, go ahead and just let that blanket unfold again. Drawing the knees to your chest, a very gentle rock side to side. And then allow the knees to roll over to one side. And from there, once you're ready, press all the way up. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale those hands to your heart. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. May you know that you are loved. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Betty. All right. Hope you all have an awesome day.